Okay, so we've just left Windermere hut, which was just so lovely. We were a bit too hot though overnight, and we're now heading to Pelion hut, but we know we're not going to make it. It's a 16-kilometre walk. We find that about 8 kilometres is our max. So I had always planned that I would camp halfway to Pelion. So I allowed 2 nights to do Pelion. So we've decided we are probably going to camp just near Pelion Creek. We've just spoken to a couple of people who've come the other way, and they said, yeah, you know, it was nice, and because it's very windy and wet, as you can see, but they said that, you know, that spot before you go down into Frog Flat, which is sort of Pelion Creek area, there's some nice sheltered areas in there. So we are going to get the tent out tonight. The weather's forecast to get colder, and so yeah, we'll have to get cozy in the tent and enjoy experiencing the elements tonight. And then we'll do the walk to Pelion tomorrow and have a nice rest day. If we get there nice and early, about lunchtime or a bit after, we can rest up again, ready for the climb the next day. Oh, so we've just come into this beautiful forest, and just the gorgeous greens of the mossiness of it. It's just stunning.
Very funny, smart ass.
So this is the Fourth Valley Lookout, and we've got lovely chairs to sit on, and we've left our packs up at the just at the little crossroad, well covered up so the currawongs don't open our zips and get our stuff out. But just look at that. So what we've done is we've brought snacks, and I've put them into daily packs. So there's like Land Stay 3 and Fee Day 3. and we each carry our own food, and within those packs we've got a little sachet of dried fruit and a couple of cheeses and like chickpeas, something like that. And also I've got a Clif bar for us today, so every day I put in a slightly different sort of protein bar. And I gave Lance a little treat. He's got dried bananas, which I think are disgusting. They look like shriveled penises or something. They're horrible. So that way we just have that day's rations and we get through. We're finding we've got too much food. And we're very excited. It's only the time, 11 o'clock. It's only 11 o'clock and we've already made it to the Forth Valley Lookout. So this track going to Pelion, even though it's much longer, it's much easier to negotiate. Oh, we are in the most gorgeous forest. Lichens all over everything. Myrtle trees, just really pretty. We're on just a bit of a rest stop because it's a bit of a climb. We just climbed up there. And then we're heading up there behind and up the hill there. And then we go over the top of this sort of little ridge and down through something called Pelion Creek, and then we head down to Frog Flat after another little ridge. Yeah, we're sort of feeling hopeful that we actually might get close to Pelion Hut, even though 16 kilometres seems way too much for us. Then we'll see how we feel after we've done this climb and another climb, and then we'll make our decision about what we do overnight tonight. reached we think it's the Forth, but I was expecting a little sign saying Forth River, so maybe it's not. Maybe this is just Pelion Creek. Can't see a sign. Obviously it's flowing. Nice little steps there so you can go down and refill your water. Stunning. It's lovely down here, it's very calm. Absolutely beautiful. Well, this is a bit of a challenge. So the track has been washed away by a big tree falling over. Landslide, yeah. So with my pack on, I cannot afford to try and walk across it upright because I think I'd just slip. So I'm leaning into the hill and just taking my time. Hello tree, that was good of you. Over here, hopefully at Frog Flat soon. Long day this one. Very pretty. Got a bit of duckboard to go, that's good because we've just come through massively boggy, lots of tree roots. Well, good morning. So, the walk to Pelion last night, yesterday afternoon, we knew it was going to be too hard for us, so we decided to camp. But of course, you know, the weather's not fabulous. So we ended up camping overnight in this little glade. And it was lovely overnight, you know, we were warm and everything, but of course you have to pack up in the morning, which is the tough bit, when your hands are cold and everything's wet, and we've now got to get the tent down. But the good news is we're probably only a few hours, couple of hours maybe from Pelion Hut, and we'll be able to get there nice and early this morning and be able to warm ourselves up and spend the day there and the night tonight. So, we're just walking along, left our campsite down at Frog Flat, and we're heading to New Pelion Hut, and it started snowing, and there's snow all over the button grass, snow on our duckboard, and it's falling out of the sky, and there's some, looks like lots of clouds on the way, so we may find we're going to have a bit of snow. And hopefully we're only about an hour away from the New Pelion Hut, which we're going to stay there for the day and the night. Just be careful, it's really slippery. Hey? Watch out for the ice here. an Oakley up through the gap in the trees there. And we know that that's the view from the new Pelion hut. So we're hoping we're getting close. It's just been a beautiful morning. We left about 8 o'clock from our campsite, and wasn't sure how far we had to go. We thought it could have taken 3 hours, it could have taken 4 hours. Yeah, so we're hoping we're nearly there because of the view that we can just see. And this sort of looks familiar to pictures I've seen of New Pelion Hut and where it's situated. Well done, darling. It wasn't as far as I thought, so that's good. Oh, this is probably the old, is it? The turn off to the old hut, which is only yeah. This is the turn off to the old Pelion hut, which is along there. And the view up there of the mountain, just incredible.
Oh, is that the mountain we saw from the other side?
Yeah.
Holy shit, we come all the way around.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Look at the dusting of snow up there.
Beautiful. It's going to make for some beautiful photos. And we've got all day to enjoy it because we made that stop last night. Just stunning. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. See the hut. It'll be a lovely day just to hang out here and enjoy the view. Dry our stuff off from last night. Such a beautiful sight. Stunning Mount Oakley in the background, and they're building something over here. So I had heard they were putting in new toilet blocks, so it says that toilet's closed but we can use the other one. That's good. Everything over there is drying out on the fire while it is snowing outside, so our beautiful view of Mount Oakley has just disappeared. And it's, oh my God, it's dumping down out here. So I have a feeling we might wake up tomorrow morning with snow on the ground, which would be very exciting, which could be exciting and then could be horrible because we've got to try and get up over the gap, Pelion Gap, with snow. That could be challenging to get to Kia Ora. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we are at New Pelion Hut and we are so glad to be here. It's only got 10:30 in the morning we got here because we left our campsite at Frog Flat yesterday afternoon. This morning, and at about 8 o'clock, and so it took us, a good 2.5 hours to get here from there. we're pretty slow, and we've worked out that every time that is published, we have to double it because we are so much slower. So yeah, it must just, the timings must be for the young things, but we certainly can't do it in those timings. So today we have just got all our food out, and we're going to sit here. We've got the heater going, drying everything off because we got really, really wet yesterday. We made the decision to camp last night because we didn't think we'd get to Pelion Hut. It's 16 kilometres, and we knew that would be too much of a push for us, particularly being winter and we're losing the daylight. So we decided to camp, which was tough because it was really, really wet, but I think it was the right thing to do because it would have gotten dark and we were getting cold, and at least getting into the tent we were able to be, dry and get warm. And just looking outside, so it is really snowing now. Cannot believe how grateful we are that we got to this hut today, right now, because we're just going to hunker down here for all day and tonight before we make our way to Kia-Ora Hut. This is a cold hut because it's relatively old compared to the new ones. So we've got this little gas fire going, but it's not overly effective, but it's better than nothing because it was freezing when we walked in here this morning. So we're really in good spirits because we are just spending the day exploring, seeing what it's like to go to the toilet in this freezing cold temperature, and just enjoying eating our food. It's just so much snow falling. It's not really settling, but we shall see. So the walk to the toilets is guarded by these lovely little wallabies, and they're so tame, they don't sort of run away. I think they almost like having their picture taken, don't you? You're beautiful. Yes, you are. Hello. And there's another one just there. And I have to say, I now know why they're making new toilets, because these ones are the smelliest thing. Just going for a walk out to the helipad from the new Pelion hut. So there it is there. And yeah, it's just beautiful. The sun's come out, and it's just amazing how warm the sun makes you feel. It's just so pretty. So this helipad, obviously each hut has a helipad, and they take those big pods under the toilets and change them over every now and again. And this helipad's been bringing in construction equipment because they're making the new toilet blocks that don't smell. Look at this, it's just gorgeous. Amazing. I thought I'd just come out here with my SAT communicator and just send a message to the people that I send my messages to, and just sit out here for a moment. Saturday today, so there's no construction work going on, which is awesome. But I'm thinking people might walk in, because we're here very early. People might walk in. Lance!